Hello, folks. This is a real-world example of why it's not a good idea to help Candy.
Last year, Candy gave, we believe, sold several interviews to an aspiring influencer named Mickey Michelle. From what we can tell, she was being straight with Candy and trying to help get her message out. You'll notice Mickey gives pretty much zero pushback, making it highly unlikely she's trolling Candy.
It says 5 months, but the records in the family, the biological family, say 6 months old.
6 months old?
Yeah.
So how was your childhood growing up?
Well, I wish I could say great, but far from it.
So explain it to me. How was it?
Basically,
What made it not so great?
well, the former foster mom, she abused us and put us in a cult, a new age cult, and she manipulated for me and my twin sister to not get along, and when we were in the foster care system, they constantly had us, seeing a psychiatrist, taking medication. We had all these so-called medical issues, always sick growing up and stuff like that.
So you and your twin sister, y'all grew up in the same foster home?
Yes.
Okay, and when you say cult, can you elaborate a little more?
It was a false religion. It was called Institute of Divine Metaphysical Research. And my twin sister, unfortunately, still is in the cult, but I got out of the cult.
Okay, so how did you get out? Was it something you had to do? Or you just stopped going? Or?
I quit going and I researched the truth.
Okay, that's good. Are your parents still living?
The biological parents are both deceased, but as far as I know, I think the foster mom's still alive. The foster dad died when we were 9 years old, but then we had a foster stepdad, and I'm assuming he's still alive.
So what age did you leave your foster parent?
Excuse me. Well, I went to college at 18, but I finally got my first apartment. I was already 20 years old.
Mm-hmm. Did you go to college in New Orleans area?
New Orleans and a few other different cities.
So that was my next question. Did you,
Yes.
Graduate from high school and everything? So you went to college. That's great. Have you ever worked before? And if so, where and how long?
I don't have a lot of work experience, but it was like spotty. And last job I worked was Piccadilly last year, and it only lasted like a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what you majored in when you went to college?
Spanish. I should be fluent, but I'm not because of my situation.
Everything they putting you through?
Yes.
See what we mean? She let Candy get away with blaming her stepmother for not only abuse, but her inability to get along with her sister. And she let Candy slide on not being fluent in Spanish, despite having a degree in it. Spanish is widely spoken here in Los Estados Unidos, and she has no excuse to have lost fluency, assuming she ever actually had it in the first place.
Mm-hmm. So tell me a story on how you became homeless.
Well, I've been homeless off and on throughout the years, but then, like, maybe I might have been homeless like for a couple of months or a few months or maybe a few days, but I've been mostly chronically homeless. This is the longest I've been homeless with since July 2018, July 31st. That's when I ended up being chronically homeless, but I've had moments where 2023 for 1 month I had my own apartment, and that group caused me to be back homeless again.
Really?
Yes.
What happened? They found you again?
Well, not the IDMR cult, but the Satan worshiping Freemason cult,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what they did to cause you to go back homeless?
When they would make a lot of noise and harass me and take away my peace, and also when I would defend myself or try to protest to get some peace, they would threaten my life, and I was running for my life basically everywhere I live at, they try to run me out of my own apartment. If I try to get a job, they run me off the job. They won't let me have a job, or they won't let me have housing, or I'm not allowed to stay anywhere for long before they run me out.
Wow, that's so sad.
Yeah.
So are you on any type of drugs? If so, what kind? How long? Or any type of drug activity?
We'll add a link to her channel if you want to see the rest of this interview and the others. They were all pretty much like this. Candy talked about life and her writings. Her highly regarded by herself writings. Anyway, as is the case with every true supporter she gets, the relationship soured. Suddenly, one night in November of 2025, Candy let Mickey know how she really felt.
Oh, she calls herself Mickey Michelle. Hit her. See, they're screaming.
Zach, he's coming. You're gonna be under arrest.
But see, they're screaming though.
They're a bunch of kids, Candy. They're having a good time as a group. Groups can be kind of noisy. You, on the other hand, are just one person shouting into their phone.
They're talking about you have a gun. See, they're talking about having a gun.
Shotgun, like shotgun. No, or you can put them right in the head.
You see, they're talking about having guns.
Yeah. Still racing, by the way. Obviously.
So you saw the fake security guard hypocritically yelling.
We saw him or her escorting a bunch of rowdy teens. We're not sorry to break it to you. Just because you chose that bench as your sleep spot doesn't mean the rules for everyone else change. If you want absolute quiet, you need to go someplace where the people value silence over noise.
Yeah, so Mickey Michelle, she lied. She lied and said that I stopped talking to her when she was the one who stopped talking to me. Yeah, you see what they're doing.
Not really. Mickey Michelle, from outside appearances, has a life outside of talking about you. She talks about other stuff and has kiddos, from sleeping to making new content, being a mom, eating, entertaining herself, bathing, balancing the bank book, and numerous other normal human things to do. She has a legit bunch of reasons not to keep in constant touch. Do you think Oprah still chats with everyone who got a car or was ever on her show? You simply had your fair share of time with her, couldn't come up with anything new and positive for her to continue spotlighting, and fell off the radar. At this point, you're being ungrateful and demanding. Two things which have probably gotten you banned from more than one establishment over the years.
Mickey Michelle was trying to be my handler. So now Mickey is trying to work with the satanic stalkers to try to smear campaign. If you really targeted, why the hell would you be friendly with with the gang stalkers against another TI? So Mickey Michelle, she been a perp, and they're satanic pretending to be Christian. And if the stalkers call Mickey Michelle all kinds of names, and she love and forgive them, and but here she trying to destroy me now. So it seems like Mickey Michelle is part of the fake Red Triangle cult too, cause they were cussing her out and threatening her and harassing her, and she was fake merciful and forgiving, and she was even being two-faced towards me in the beginning, and I was questioning like why she she was talking bad about me to them. And when I questioned her about it, and she tried to gaslight and lie and say that she was just telling them what she think they wanted to hear, and that she was just doing it for content and engagement. Who, Mickey Michelle said that? Yeah, it seemed like even in the beginning, I questioned her about huddling together with the perps and talking bad about me. But I wish I would have exposed Mickey Michelle that first day. And when she dealt with me in person, she treated me like a child, like a child who lacks common sense. But she was fake from the beginning, and she was trying to be my handler. Yeah, so Mickey Michelle, she ain't a fucking targeted individual. She freaking lied. That's a whole separate regular video to do. But as I said, I was afraid I would lose all y'all as support if I exposed her. But it seemed like Mickey Michelle, she ended up having the same opinion as the stalkers, because she was not blocking the stalkers when they were coming on flooding her channel, and instead she was bragging about how she was engaging with them. And I asked her, why are you talking friendly with them and engaging with them? She's like, oh, I'm just doing it just for content and engagement for more views. And oh, if you don't block your haters because they block your blessings. Yeah, she was freaking manipulative and controlling and fake and flashing satanic hand signs. When she did that fake interview, excuse me, the first day, she came prepared to perp with the red. She came prepared to perp with the red. Yeah, so Mickey, she seemed like she's living her best life, but she always got a frick. And she was bossy and controlling too. So when she would meet up with me in person, it seemed like she would be trying to manipulate and control me. She abruptly cut off all contact with me, and I have not spoken with her since October 10th. Because she got the same mindset with the stalkers that I kept trying to explain to her. She tried to tell me to go to a sober living place, and I'm like, I don't do drugs. Why are you trying to suggest that I go over there? I don't know. It seemed like Mickey Michelle was trying to manipulate and control and exploit and make a fool out of me. I'm screenshotting your crimes. Get out. And she got a lot of professed targeted individuals to flock to her channel, and she's not even targeted. And guess what? Her supporters, none of them came on my channel. Get out. Hold up. None of them came on my channel. None of them came on my channel, but my supporters came to her channel. But I knew she was a perp from the beginning, cause but I couldn't say anything because we were at the library, and if I would have called her out at the library, well, hey, I'm not doing an interview with you because you're a gang stalker. I already was having problems at the library. So I was afraid that I would be wrongfully kicked out of and banned from the library if I would have called her out and we got into an argument. Yeah, Mickey Michelle, she's been flirting with the stalkers in the comments, like Zach and other fake perps.
Wow, she's really pissed off.
So it seemed like she sided with the stalkers, and when she meet up with me in person, she be dressing skank.
This is skank?
And dressing like a slut and flashing satanic hand signs. When I ride in the car with her, she blares super loud music. And Mickey Michelle is friendly with them too.
You're on her side or the enemy.
Yeah, Mickey Michelle, and she was making a clicking noise with the gum and everything.
Did you ask her to stop?
And she would try to order me around and tell me what to do and be bossy, narcissistic, and controlling. She living her best life. Mickey is living her best life. She ain't suffering.
Jealous much?
She ain't being followed. Illegally, she had illegally rich, living a high life. And for her to think that, for her to try to suggest this and suggest this and suggest that, and then she all of a sudden just completely cut off contact with me, and I haven't heard from her in a couple of weeks, so I just blocked all contact with her. I didn't confront her or nothing. And it's like, for her to latch on to the suffering and doing it just for content. I was afraid to speak up and say anything. And one time when Mickey met up with me in person, it seemed like as if she wore this outfit where she tried to show as much cleavage as possible. And then said she had to pick her kids up from like summer camp later that day. She was trying to be my handler. She wasn't trying to help. She was trying to be my handler, and she was like another Patricia Jerome, but a hood gangster version. And like another, she gets rewarded like another Lanika from the Kraft family. How this bitch illegally get fake access to 2 different Mercedes vehicles? And I think Michelle, I think she practiced like sexual witchcraft.
Did she turn you on?
The first day I met her, she was purple with a lot of red.
You've done that too.
And for her to do, like, you know, have all these outfits and always got a nice car and can take all these luxury vacations and stuff.
You think she should have given you more money? Why?
And then she should even try to force me to shut up about the targeting. And one time when I tried to point out to her one headlight perp, she ignored me.
Because it doesn't matter, dum-dum.
It's like she's a gangster version of Patricia Jerome. And she was flashing satanic hand signs as well.
Then why did you stick around?
It seemed like whenever she meet up with me, it's like she got to get her perp session in.
Or maybe you're just really easy to bother.
She got to do something to perp, whether it's flashing satanic hand signs or saying and doing things that trigger. And with one of the last fake interviews that she did with me on the other side of the ferry, when I had the orange backpack and it was new, she like talked to me like a child. She's younger than me, like a couple of years younger than me. And she tried to talk to me like a child and say, and you better make sure you put those straps around your waist and this and that. Like talking to me condescending like I'm a doggone child or
The
something.
bag that was stolen.
But then on videos,
Guess.
she pretend to be fake bubbly and fake happy and fake nice. I'm like, hey, clubbies.
You should have listened. Maybe you'd still have that backpack if you had.
But I don't even know if she believed the stalker's lie and said, oh, Candy is a scammer and a fraud that just want money. And that ain't the case. I'm really struggling out here.
Struggling with mental health? Yes. Starving? Not a chance.
But she got freaking money. And as I said, none of her supporters came and flocked to my channel, and not one of her supporters came to my channel and reached out to me about my videos. Yeah.
To be blunt, Candy, your videos suck. It's pretty much just you talking about how the world is out to fuck you, one way or the other, while you grift on emotions to get cash. Who wants to, unironically, watch the lame equivalent of an infomercial about a fat sponge? That's not sarcasm, it's a genuine question.
Anyway, as you can probably tell, we removed a lot of irrelevant statements and pauses in order to keep Candy on topic. We leave you now with a bit of the other shit she talked about. Some of it literal.
And the gang stalkers, their whole damn cult. I can't even get help with breakfast or nothing. Somebody please help me. And now, this is my 3rd night. My other clothes have menstrual blood and I can't wear those because of that. And now they cause me forced diarrhea. Yeah, this fake security guard that just passed by, that's the one who's trying to say that she was sent to come and handle me. She admitted that she was sent to come and handle me. You fake, crusty, dirty dog, you will never be my damn handler. Ever. You're too ghetto and illiterate to be any kind of freaking handler. Dreamer, you probably can explain it better than me. And I left a cult called Institute of Divine Metaphysical Research that I was forced to be grow up in. It's 11:05 and I still can't get help. I don't even have funds for breakfast. I need help. And I have to use the bathroom so bad. See, they got noise harassment and noise campaigns. So how can she tell me stop screaming and threatening to call the police on me, but there she's screaming and talking about guns. They're trying to coerce me to be sexually perverted. I'm homeless and I'm being stalked and harassed by a satanic cult. And I need help with hotel nights. They stalk and harass me and spread lies and try to get me wrongfully banned from everywhere. And they're trying to have me murdered. This is the third night in a row with dried diarrhea, dirty underwear. And I can't get hotel help or nothing. Exactly, yeah. Fake name pretending to copy off Miss Nora. They're blocking the chat, they're blocking comments. Third night in a row, and when they caused me forced diarrhea 2 nights ago.
Hey, shout out to Miss Nora, who was able to see Candy for what she was and get out of the candy cult. Anyway, as you can all see, this is a perfect example of why it doesn't pay to help Candy out.